Here are top 5 of the most unique traits, the traits that are out of the ordinary in Doodle World. Let's get right into it. Now, the first trait that I found pretty out of the ordinary is the possession trait. What this trait does is the doodle copies the trait of the opposing doodle when the doodle attacks it. It's like the king of all traits. Doodles who have these traits are Akuma and Drumask. Now, the second unique trait is incandescent. What this trait does is if the doodle is the first in your party, the chance of finding higher star doodles is higher. This trait even works if the doodle is fainted. Now, do I have to say more? This trait is literally one of its kind. All traits have different functions, but there are traits that are very similar to each other. But this one's only ones. Doodles who have these traits is Lilbub. Next, we have Hunter. Now, what this does is when this doodle is in your party, you have an increased chance to find the doodle you are chaining. Starting at chains 10 plus, this trait adds a flat 10% extra encounter rate to the doodle that you chain. This is the only trait that helps with chaining and misprint hunting. Sadly, the only doodle that possessed this trait is a Swapter. Now, the next trait we have is Wish for Wealth. What this trait does is when this doodle is in your party, you gain an extra 30% more money from the tamer battles. Now, there is Wish for Power and Wish for Experience. However, that only affects one doodle, while this affects you personally. So that is why it is more unique than the other two. The only doodle that has this trait is Apparition. Now, last but not least, we have Scavenge. What this trait does is after winning a battle, each doodle with Scavenge on your team has a random chance to find an item. Now, this trait is the only trait that lets you find item drops and items from defeating doodles. The only doodles that have this possible trait is a Lipo or a Glimmew. Anyways, that's the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy or found this helpful in some way, then consider subscribing. And as always, stay salty. See you guys in the next one. Peace.